welcome. We have a special guest, Ruth E Carter, costume designer for Black Panther. Not only that, you did Shaft, The Roots, Malcolm X, Serenity. Am I forgetting anything else?
You're forgetting a lot.
No, I know, but I had like a few on top of my head. You have what? Almost like what?
I have
6?
42, I think. 42 films.
God.
Is he going to say 6?
No, I said
No.
60.
Oh, okay,
I say 60.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I've never counted.
No, I would never. Okay, so obviously Black Panther. Does call it a blockbuster? To call it a cultural phenomenon would be an understatement.
Truly.
I mean,
But it's all of those things.
it is all of those.
Yeah.
And to be attached to that movie, what's the first thing that pops into your head?
Amazing, beautiful, proud, and fortunate. I mean, listen, it's not every day that you do a movie like this, and I was selected to head the costume department, to design costumes, and I'm just proud, and I just feel quite blessed and fortunate to be the person that was selected.
Now, and I'll let Jason jump on next, but your work is so varied. When you do a movie like Black Panther, Selma, there we go, Marshall, those are the movies I like now.
Okay.
What's your process?
The process always starts with research. I do a lot of research. And then, I get the right support team behind me. I have a really strong support team, and they know how to get the job done. If I have an idea, sometimes I have to say, whoa, hey, wait a minute. I wasn't sure about that idea yet. You guys are already running around with it. So, it's really having a strong support team, as well as, being brave about design and being true to really what you want your voice to say, as an artist.
Okay.
Now, for Black Panther, I mean, how much research, went into it? Because I'm sure you looked at the comics and everything, saw what worked and didn't work.
Yes.
I mean, were there some things that you wanted to do that, I guess, because you always have to, you don't have final approval, Marvel.
Of course.
What were some of the things, I guess, that you came up with that, say, Marvel said, well, we can't do that. We're going to have to go with our design.
Yeah. There were things that they had worked with their visual development department, like Shuri's battle costume and the Panther, of course, and the Dora Milaje. But there was so much to design in the Black Panther. I think after having many meetings with Marvel and them seeing me put ideas on the table, they, as we started going, they were less and less involved. And I got to do really a lot of things just between Ryan Coogler and myself. I showed the images to Ryan. If Ryan approved them, Marvel was on board with it.
Wow, that's cool. That is awesome.
Yeah, it really was.
Have they said that you'll be back for the sequel?
I don't think that they really walk around saying that. I don't think they've even written it yet, because they're waiting to hear what the fans want, and I'm sure they've heard that loud and clear by now. So they're probably developing a story, and I keep coming around to these like Comapaloozas, so I haven't stood still long enough to hear them say they want me to do the second.
Well,
I think you'll be back. I think it's safe to say that you'll be back.
That would be nice.
well, I watched, like I said, I watched your Vanity Fair. How you did the colors.
Thank you.
And I watched Coogler's Vanity Fair. And
Yes,
it's the same.
I
You
did.
had the Pan-African colors.
Flag, the
in
red,
front.
black, and green, the liberation colors.
Yes.
Exactly.
When you do something like that, how much prep time between like you and Ryan? Okay, here's what we're gonna do it.
All Ryan has to do is say, this is what I want, and we are full steam ahead. So we selected the red dress together, the color red. We had a red orange, we had a blue red. I mean, you would think it was like splitting hairs, but he loves the process.
Well, it's important
Yes.
because you have him in the black, you have her in that very red,
Right.
and that's one of my favorite scenes too. Because
It
when she
is.
rips off the wig
Oh,
and
yeah, she's a fighter.
and then the green is so everything's
rich,
royal.
yes.
It's rich, even when it's not royalty. It's still royalty.
Yeah, I love that about this movie, that it really gives people a chance to contextualize the African spirit in a new way, in a different way, and it made it cool for kids, for everyone.
Yeah.
It's a big, vast continent, Africa, and so there's so much we used from it.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, I was looking at it, I mean, I went to the opening weekend, and there were several people in dashikis and several people just dressing up. I had never seen anything like this for, just a movie in general.
Yeah.
Where people, I mean, not even Star Wars can really touch what was going on that weekend.
It just really was an honor to see people wanting to dress in their version of Wakanda, and they hadn't even seen the movie yet. It was based on the trailers.
But the fact that, people were just coming out, dressing up, and
I know.
And I mean, that's awesome.
And dancing in the lobbies of movie theaters.
I didn't get the dancing, but we just got the costume.
So our battery died, which I thought I charged it. I charged it up all night, but it happens.
It happens, so we're now on your phone.
We're now on our phone. Now, Thursday night, opening up Black Panther, I was one of, and I love this, one of like 5 white people in the audience. And everyone else, like Jason, was in the Chippy, was in Black Panther.
Yes.
And I was like, I love this.
I love this.
Because as a geek, you want everyone to feel that they have a movie.
Right.
And yes, you have had black action good before, but nothing
where it's on this scale, where they are the lead, it's their story, it's about their country,
I just like how it was treated too. I mean, like it was treated as like a big deal and very important. And now I kind of see, now we can, finally get, more black action heroes on screen. I even saw one guy here who was like the Brown Hornet from Fat Albert, which I have never seen before. And apparently he's been coming here for 4 or 5 years dressed as the Brown Hornet.
Yeah, but you know what? See, it opened up culture too to the superhero story. It opened up like a backstory to the superhero, like where they're from and how where they're from kind of get put into the costume. And that's really great because some people walk around here in a hanbok and a traditional Aztec warrior costume. All of those are relevant, and I think it's about time that we start thinking about it in that way.
Very good point. Now with your other movies, with Shaft and the classic jacket, with Selma, with Malcolm X, you have these period pieces that are just how much. I mean, I know you do so much research, but how difficult is it? Okay, we need to make sure that everything. You have so many people. How much time goes into keeping track of everything?
Oh my God! Do you have an hour? I can tell you. I mean,
I wish we had an hour.
It's so complicated. There's a lot of people involved. There's a lot of note taking. There's a lot of people involved. It's just really like the onset of the costume. When it happens, it takes on a life of its own. It's no longer me anymore.
Right.
Once the design is made and it's on the actor and all the tweaks are fixed, then it just takes on a life.
Oh, that's amazing. I love. Like I said, I watched your video before. When you talk about Africa, there are so many regions of Africa that you have at the ceremony.
And I couldn't think fast enough on that Vanity Fair. Afterwards, I kept thinking, I forgot to say this or that.
Well, you only have 8-10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm there going, I want more. Because we also do acting, I write, direct.
Cool.
And so I'm like I need more.
I liked drawing on that.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to keep any more of your time, Jason. You good?
I'm good.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
That's gonna be it from us, and we're done at Comicpalooza. This is our final interview. So, do one more Wakanda Forever?
Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever?
Yes.